Baraka, Hello, Yahweh, Bashem, Oshai, Bashem, Rakakadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Shalom, double honor to the elders of GMS Great Millstone. Shalom, shalom to the elect of the 12 tribes, which are scattered abroad. Greetings. We call ourselves the hopeful elect. Why? Because we don't know who the elect are. So we hope for salvation that when Yahweh Shai comes back, the Father sends His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. The Father Yahweh sends Yahweh Shai. That Yahweh Shai will deliver us into His chariot, and we will be saved, and then we shall know 100% that we are saved. Unlike these Christians out here saying, I'm saved, sanctified, and living. Boy, the floor is still lava, and you are on the couch, and you did not get to your destination yet. So, if you haven't heard the news, Nero 47 wants Greenland, but Greenland is part of Denmark, and Denmark is a part of the EU. European allies back Denmark over Trump's threat to what? Annex Greenland. Greenland belongs to its people, and only Denmark and Greenland can decide on matters concerning their relations. The leaders of the UK, France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Spain, and Denmark said in a joint statement. The 10 horns, here they go listed out here. You know, they have other members a part of what? The European Union now today. But it started as these 10 nations. By the way, Spain and Portugal, they joined the same year. And England and Ireland, they both joined the same year. So let's go back. France, Germany, Italy. France, Italy, Poland, Spain. Started out as those, and guess what got added on? France, Germany, Italy, Poland, and Spain are all members of the European Union, EU. So these 10 horns, pursuant to Revelation chapter 17, verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. No, what's the beast? That's the beast according to NATO and the EU. 10 horns upon that beast is the EU, which I saw upon the beast, NATO. These shall hate the whore. Who's the whore? America, Babylon the Great. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. How are they going to do this? ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Go to El Pastor Hard channel. So I can see by the title here, Revelation chapter 17, verse 16 is trending. We could be out of here 2026 to 2027. Truly, boy, we could be out of here. Look on the live chat real quick. So yeah, Nero's pride is what? As you see, it's being what? The downfall of Esau's kingdom. For Esau is the end of the world, Jacob's beginning with that follows. So Trump, Yahweh Shimon Shai willing, through the Spirit, he might be the man and really be the trump card to bringing down Esau's society. This is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 14. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loose. Who is the captive exile? True children of Israel. And that he should not die in a pit. What is a pit? System. You know, you're trapped if you fall into a pit. Captivity. With what? Hastening the day of the Lord, as the scriptures speak about. The day of Yahweh, where Yahweh Shai is going to get sent back by his father Yahweh. Yahweh Shai is going to represent the father Yahweh. The day of Yahweh. Because speak about hastening that day, nor that his bread should fail. And as you see also now, what? You know, Greenland is a part of what? Denmark. And Denmark is a part of what? The EU. So with Emperor Nero 47 doing this thing with Greenland, trying to annex it, that's causing what? The 10 horns to hate the whore. Truly, we are almost out of here. As Elder Apostle Hard title says. We're seeing that now at Nero 47. Down to the 7 verse 20, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the others which came up, before whom 3 fell, even that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. No, well, I'll go back to verse 19. That I will know the truth of the fourth beast, ancient Roman Empire, which was diverse from all the others. One example of that being diverse from all the others is what? They had a senate. You can also read about the ancient Roman Empire had a senate in the book of Maccabees. Exceeding dreadful. Truly the ancient Roman Empire. Truly the ancient Roman Empire was exceeding dreadful back in the ancient world. And Rome 2.0 is what? Exceedingly dreadful. Whose teeth were of iron, a lot of iron in their weapons, and nails of brass which devoured. Their military might, they had a lot of iron. Break in pieces and stamp the residue with his feet. When ancient Rome was in power, there was no other nation back in ancient Rome. The ancient Roman days as powerful as the ancient Roman Empire. When they was in power, in the power seat, when they was ruling. The Medo-Persian Empire couldn't come against them, nor the Assyrian Empire, nor the Medo-Babylonian Empire, nor the Greek Empire. And of the 10 horns, back in the day, that was what? The old Germanic tribes. Here they go, right here, the names. Burgundians, who might butcher the pronunciation, Heruli, France, Alemanni, Suabia, Sueve, Visigoths, Lombards, Vandal, Anglo-Saxons. And the modern 10 horns is what? The European Union, the EU. Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Spain and Portugal, England and Ireland, West Germany. And the EU was known as what? The 10 horns represent the Common Market or the European Economic Community, EEC, established in 1958. Today, the EEC is known as what? The EU, the European Union. And one example that you can get, how you get 10, Spain and Portugal came in together at the same time. England and Ireland, they came together at the same time. Here you can see, there they go, the names and the corresponding locations. So even the readers of these modern countries today of the European Union correspond to what? Ancient Germanic tribes, their corresponding location. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, of the others which came up, even before whom 3 fell. Who are the ones that the 3 fell? That's going into the British, the Spanish, and the French. Even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. Here it is. And of the other horn which came up, that other horn is who? America, Babylon the Great, and for whom 3 fell. America went to war with British, Spanish, and French. So that's why these 3 fell. Even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things. America is a very prideful nation, and Chile, they do speak great things. You can see as when they went into Venezuela in Nero 47 was speaking about, we're going to use their oil. So you rip this man out of his country. Why? So you could get his oil. Not because of his crime, but for the oil. And they could use that oil for what? What? World War III. It's going to start off as what? A conventional war in the Middle East. And that oil can go for that in the Middle East. However, Yahweh by Shem Yahushai has these nations with their oil reserves when they do go to war in the Middle East. Also, China had ties with Venezuela. Let's see. China was using Venezuela oil. I know Russia was. Let's see. Oh my goodness. The 2 countries struck a trade partnership that would yield more than $100 billion in financing promises from China in exchange for Venezuelan oil. You see it right there. Oh my. Looked it up like this. China has been a major importer and investor in Venezuela's oil sector. And Russia had ties to Venezuelan oil too. So now that Nero 47 is down there, take out what? Another source of oil. And Venezuelan oil is what? Different than Babylonian, American oil, whose look was more stout than his fellows. That describes America, Nero 47 to a T. Stout, somewhat fat, or of a heavy build. Literally too as well. Let's go to Daniel chapter 7 verse 20. Let's get to the Hebrew. Click on stout. No, that's going into what? Pride. Whose look was more stout. Great.
Strong's H 7229. Rav.
Great. Chief. Captain. Great.
Strong's H 7229. Rav.
More great than his fellows. Going into his pride. Why? Because vengeance against an evil work is not executed spiritually, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully in them, set to do evil. As the scripture speaks about, and America has what? Great military might. So that would do what? Pump up the king of Babylon's pride. And because vengeance has not been executed speedily, Nero 47's pride is what? Inflating itself. He's drunk off what? Power. He's being what? Intoxicated by the power and military might of America, Babylon the Great. And that's going to be what? Part of his downfall. So back to Revelation chapter 17 verse 16. And I'm just looking up here to add. It gave up layers. LWRE. They be watching what you be Googling and stuff. Oh well. And 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, ye shall hate the whore. We're seeing that now. It shall make her desolate. They're going to shoot what? ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles against Babylon the Great, America. And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So on that note, shalom. I implore you to watch Elder Apostle Hall's video. And check out the comment board.
Hey, you know what? IUIC up on. That's what the X-Men were all about. They were indigo children.
Very edifying indeed. Hopefully, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem Rekakadash, this lesson was edifying. Quick news update. Shalom. Kal Halal, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem Rekakadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai. Shalom. Therefore, honor to Elder GMS Great Muslim. Shalom.